Hi everyone, thank you for joining us today for our advocate training video on becoming a leader in advocacy. In this training video, we'll be talking all about what it means to be a leader in advocacy and all of the different ways that you can leverage the skills and interests and hobbies that you already have to be a leader in advocacy and engage your local community. We'll talk about what exactly a leader in advocacy does and different ways that leaders get involved in a number of different programs, and the tools and resources that the Arthritis Foundation has available for you to use for leadership success.
So, what does it take to be a leader in advocacy? We're defining a leader as someone who encourages leadership in others. Leaders see the potential in other people and help it to grow. An advocacy leader uses their own skills to grow the advocacy potential in other people. Throughout the year, advocacy leaders promote advocacy, recruit and train new advocates, and share their arthritis story to educate policymakers.
Being a leader isn't just about public speaking and talking in front of a large group to share your story and share your message about advocating for arthritis. You can be a leader in advocacy by using the skills and interests and hobbies that you already have. You can use social media to encourage your friends to take action. You can host a dinner party with your friends or family and maybe make prompt cards or something like that about arthritis or advocating. You can write a story for your local newspaper, film a video, or do a photo series chronicling your experience with arthritis. If you're on a sports team or in a book club or walking group or something like that, use that as a chance to leverage your attentive audience to share your advocacy story and an ask with them. Whatever your skills or interests are, you can use them to advocate and loop in new people to your advocacy network.
The Arthritis Foundation is lucky to have an incredible network of leaders in advocacy. We're proud to have advocacy leaders in all 50 states across the country. Here you can see our 2019 Platinum Ambassadors, who are not in all the states. Not pictured here, though, are network leaders, connect facilitators, and state advocacy committee members, along with all different types of leaders. We are always looking to grow and expand leadership across the country. No matter where you are, know that you can lead.
So now that we know what it takes to be a leader in advocacy, we need to know exactly what those different components are of being a leader and get some ideas flowing. But to start, leaders are on the front line of this arthritis advocacy movement. Leaders are relentlessly pursuing better access to care for all patients and are thinking of exciting new ways to share their expertise with their community. Leaders are truly the experts of advocating for arthritis, and there are a number of different ways through the Arthritis Foundation to do that. And here is a list of several examples of different ways to be a leader in advocacy, and this list could go on and on for miles. So definitely be sure to reach out to your state director of advocacy to learn more about some different opportunities, or if you have a hobby or interest or skill that is not listed here, we would love to talk with you about those. But some of the examples here are state advocacy committees, our Live Yes Connect groups, being an advocacy chair at a local event and promoting advocacy in your local community in that way, the Live Yes online community, becoming a moderator for the advocacy and action section, those that continually recruit new advocates to join the fight, and that is something like hosting that dinner party or talking to your sports team or book club or anything like that we talked about earlier. Leaders in advocacy are also our Platinum Ambassadors that go the extra step and engage throughout the year and continue to grow their network as advocates and ambassadors for arthritis.
If you're already leading in your community, thank you, and please keep up the great work. We encourage you to try your hand at a new opportunity to lead if you have the bandwidth to do so. Please ensure that you're closing advocacy feedback loops so that our advocacy is consistent. There's several different ways to get the support you need and close those loops. You can check in with your state directors for questions about advocacy. You can get local engagement information from local staff. You can share and receive policy input from your members of Congress and legislative staff. This is where a relationship with your health legislative assistant really comes in handy. You can check in with the Grassroots Advocacy Manager for overall advice and support. Remember that the whole advocacy team has your back.
One of the first steps to beginning your trek to become a leader in advocacy is learning how to recruit new advocates. And even if you have been an ambassador or a platinum ambassador for a long time, sometimes this is the most difficult part, but it is the step one of your leadership journey. And that's learning how to share your story, not only with policymakers when you go and make that ask, or you write an email or meet with them in person, but being able to share your advocacy message with your local community, with your friends and family, other arthritis patients, anyone that you are chatting with about advocacy. And there are 3 different ways you can get people involved very easily and simply. The first one is the Action Center. You can encourage people to take action there on a cause that you're interested in or that they have a specific passion for. That will keep them in the loop on all of our advocacy happenings moving forward. So that is a great tool to get them in the door. Our second one is the Story Bank tool, which you might have taken part in. But the Story Bank tool is an exciting thing that allows patients and caregivers, siblings, family members, friends of people living with arthritis to share their arthritis story and get access to the tools and resources they might need. Our team follows up with each person that submits a Story Bank submission so that we can connect them with anything that they might need. So this is another great way to share your own story and encourage others to share their story and learn a little bit more about their personal background and story. The final option that you can encourage others to engage in when signing them up is the Live Yes Insights Assessment. And this assessment is a great way for arthritis patients and caregivers to track their progress and report in the different pieces of their experience with arthritis. So this is an assessment you can find online and encourage others to take, and this really aids the Arthritis Foundation's mission. So these are all great ways to get new advocates involved. They're great, simple asks to show others to do on their phone very quickly and easily. So I would recommend starting here by learning how to recruit new advocates and using all of these great tools and all of the resources on our website to incorporate new people.
Another way to lead in advocacy is by joining your state advocacy committee. State advocacy committees work on state advocacy initiatives, most of which revolve around expanding access to healthcare and reducing barriers to care. Committees also strategize about local engagement and meet potential advocates where they are locally. State advocacy committee members communicate with policymakers to make sure the voices of arthritis patients are heard. Advocacy leaders can join, participate in, and recruit new members for state advocacy committees.
So you may have heard of our Live Yes Connect groups, and these Connect groups are very exciting groups that are situated across the country and bring together different people affected by arthritis to talk with one another and build community and have fun, just talking and learning about new things together in their local community. So Connect groups are the perfect way to empower other people living with arthritis to share their stories. So whether you are a Live Yes Connect facilitator or network leader or a participant in a group, we encourage you to either talk with your facilitator, or if you are a facilitator yourself, to host a Connect group meeting to talk about advocating for arthritis and the tools that are available on our website and elsewhere to help patients access the care that they need. So there are 2 parts of that, which is encouraging others to join in on advocating for arthritis, but then also to let people know that if they are struggling with their insurance or different access to care issues, that there are resources for them to find and learn about and use to help them out. So definitely utilize your local Live Yes Connect group to talk about advocacy and grow into a leader in advocacy in this way.
It's important to know that advocacy leaders do not work alone. The Arthritis Foundation provides support, education, and empowerment throughout the year. From strategy sessions and connecting leaders with new advocacy opportunities to working together on implementing new policies, the Arthritis Foundation wants leaders to succeed and helps make sure that you have the tools to do so. So here you can see a chart of all the different ways that Arthritis Foundation staff support advocacy leaders.
Whether you are a brand new advocate or a seasoned ambassador or platinum ambassador, we always recommend that you keep in close contact with your state director of advocacy. So feel free to pause the video here and find your state director of advocacy in whatever state you live in, and contact them to get more information about ways that you can be engaging in your local community as a leader, whether it is with a local event or an advocacy activity that's happening or anything like that. We would love to hear from you, and we would love to work with you to talk about all of the different skills and interests that you have. So feel free again to pause the video and find your state, take down your state director's email address and name, and send them an email.
Please be sure to check out the arthritis.org website for more tools and resources. Here you can see a screenshot of some of the many tools and resources on the advocacy page. No matter what kind of leadership you're interested in participating in, you can find the training and support you need online. Here you can just see a smattering of different resources available, from how to visit elected officials and guidance on writing an op-ed and on engaging on social media, to a glossary of terms and advocacy 101 resources. There's just a whole lot here, so please be sure to check it out.
And finally, we wanted to say thank you. Thank you for looking into being a leader in advocacy and furthering the message that all people deserve the best access to care possible. So thank you. Thank you from the Arthritis Foundation. We appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in.